Hi everybody. You want to do an unboxing with me? I have purchased the grille emblem for my 1970 Buick Grand Sport. So as you'll see over here, I do not have one on my aftermarket grille. This was a reproduction unit that I purchased online. You can get them from Parts Place or the Parts Place. You can get them from JEGS. You can get them all over the place. Really shop around to find the price that you want. A couple of things to be careful of. I guess there is kind of a lower quality, more fragile plastic version. This one was a good quality one. It ran me about $500. So it was like $470 or $500 after tax and shipping, all of those things. But that's about the price range for repop. If you're going to go for an NOS, boy, you might be looking at like $1,500, maybe a little bit more depending. I have one of those that's real beat up, and I hope to restore it, but for enjoyment of the vehicle and completeness, I went ahead and bought this a while back. So today we got in here our emblem. So I'm gonna see if I can do this with one hand. Maybe I can't. Hold on, let me do a little slice and I'll turn the camera back on. All right, gang, I hope that didn't like ruin the experience of the unboxing. So all I did was cut the top. I haven't even looked inside yet. Pull it all open here. This is how it's packaged when it comes to you from the Parts Place. And come out of there. Okay, so it was just paper on one side. The emblem was just buried at the bottom of the box, but it is surrounded with this bubble wrap. So that's what we're looking at. Get that out of the way. All right. It feels hefty. It's got a weight to it. I like that. As we open up this bubble wrap and pull it out, it's bagged again. There we go. So we're inside a separate bag as well. There we go. Look at that. Boy, it does look nice at first look. I'm checking kind of see if there's any damage. I don't see anything that I would be nervous about. It's stamped with a part number on the back. All right, let's see. Can I do this again with one hand? Ooh. You know, I don't think I can. I also don't want to damage it. So I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna take it out of the bag and we'll have a look. All right, so here we are. This is what it's looking like out of the bag. You know, I'll tell you, I'm sometimes wary of remanufactured products because you don't know what you're gonna get. I got some door sills, the stainless steel plates that go in your door sill, and they're just garbage. The Body by Fisher's emblem started coming off right away. I'm gonna try to clean up my old ones and go back to those because they were originals. But you know, when it comes to these little parts that get a lot of wear, like outside emblems, especially on a grill, you really want to take a look and decide for yourself. You know, what do I want? Do I want the original? Is the repop okay? Is the quality okay? Here's what I'm looking at with this one. I'm looking for coverage of paint. So as I look around, I don't see any flaws in the red paint. I don't see any flaws in the black paint. The shine for the pop metal. I don't know if this has been chromed or if this is just a polished finish. So I'm looking around. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. Is that a flaw or just no, that's just a little fleck of something. There's like a little rough spot right here on the bottom. Not worried about that because it can't be seen. The top looks great. So, all right, I mean, this is it. There are these straight pins that go through. I don't know exactly how this correctly mounts to the grill. I'm gonna have to investigate that, but I thought it was gonna be a nut that screws on, and it might be one of those quick metal retainers. I'm gonna call it a retainer. You slip it on and then it sort of locks in place. So I've got a couple of those laying around. I'll try that out, but I'm gonna fit it on there, and I'll give you a little kind of glamour shot of it. So hold on a second. All right, folks, so here is that glamour shot. There it is on the grill. I don't know, actually I could use some help if anybody has mounted these before. I thought that it was gonna be like a threaded rod on the back to screw on, but as it is, it's just those two smooth points that are coming out. I had to stick some tape on the back just to hold it in place because this is just going to flop around until it's tightened down. I could sure use the help. How are you supposed to do this? Do you use some sort of compression clasp on the back that I don't know about? I'm going to try that next. But if there is some sort of missing technique here that I don't know about, or maybe these emblems aren't that good. Maybe they should be threaded. Please let me know, throw it in the comments, send me a DM, I'd appreciate it. Hey everybody, this is just a quick follow-up on my grill emblem installation video. So in the last video I shared the emblem itself doesn't come with a backer or any kind of way to attach it to the grill. So what I ended up doing was, as you do, a little bit of quick internet research, but then also just thinking back to kind of what I've seen other emblems put on with. So as it turns out, speed nuts, that's the way to go. If you haven't used a speed nut before, it looks like a regular nut, but it's just got sort of a hole and some cutting edges cut into it that allows it to kind of create its own threads as you tighten it onto the back rods of the emblem. The other thing that I found was within the grill, the holes were a little bit bigger than the studs that came out of the emblem. So I ended up going and getting just this nylon thick washer. Actually, this is a half of, I guess it's still a washer, but it's a half of one of these because I cut it in half and I put one on each of the studs that's in there. And so you can see here what it actually ends up looking like. So there you go. The speed nuts tighten down onto the studs. They cut their own teeth into it. So you can kind of hear it as I drag my nail across it now. And then I use the nylon so that there was a backer for it to tighten up against instead of just the grill. And I think it turned out pretty nice. It's in there real tight. So it's not like $50 emblem's not going to come bouncing out as I'm going down the road. And it was pretty easy to do. I found these speed nuts. You can get them at any auto parts store, but I also found them at Lowe's. And it was a 2-pack for $1. And I think this is 1/8 is the opening size. All of them have the same socket size, which is 5/16, I believe. And in the next bin over were these little nylon, I guess this is more like a bushing than a washer. So it was pretty easy once I got in there. Lowe's, that's the place to go. These are also available on Amazon, but I'm in a little bit of an Amazon boycott right now. So I'm trying to see if I can buy things through original parts sellers and regular hardware stores in my area. So anyway, here it is, everybody. It looks great. I can't wait to get out on the road this summer and enjoy it.